Check. One check. Check. How y'all doing, man? Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, comment below, share, do all of that. It's your host, F. Merritt, Pound for Pound Boxing Channel. I don't know if I'm streaming on my Facebook page right now, but if I am, whatever. Just wanted to talk about Dana White's recent comments, Eddie Hearn's recent comments, Anthony Joshua's recent comments about Deontay Wilder. Okay, we're gonna get right to Dana White's recent comments. Dana White got in the media and was talking about the Floyd Mayweather Logan Paul fight, and his comments, and I'm gonna read them. He said, "When people ask me what's the state of boxing right now, that's where it's at. Didn't that kid," talking about Logan Paul, "didn't that kid get beat up by an effing video game kid from England? Now he's going to fight Floyd Mayweather." I get it. I understand what he was saying. I get it. It's kind of weird, but a lot of people are forgetting that it's an exhibition. Eddie Hearn kind of said the same thing with a recent interview with IFL overseas in the UK. He said he doesn't understand it, and he supported the Roy Jones Mike Tyson fight. And the funny thing about it is Eddie Hearn, he did the first KSI and Logan Paul fight, and it was a good fight. You know, those guys took it very serious. They were training. Logan Paul had Shannon Briggs in his corner, and it was entertaining. That's where I kind of got my respect for those guys, because they're taking this isn't a game to them. They're in there training in the gym. They bringing in professionals, giving them pointers. They taking it very serious. So for Eddie Hearn, first of all, for Dana White to come out and say anything about boxing, don't worry about boxing. Worry about UFC. Okay, you guys I love UFC. You guys are putting on great fights, but worry about paying your fighters, because a lot of these fighters in UFC are not getting paid that much. Now, we don't know the under the table stuff that goes on, but for the most part, you know, on paper, they're not getting paid as much as boxers. So don't worry about what they got going on in boxing. Worry about that. That's another reason. It's another reason I don't like a lot of these promoters, because they run their mouth about everybody else's business. Eddie Hearn came out and said, you know, he doesn't really understand, you know, Mayweather against Logan Paul, because Logan Paul is like 0-1-1. He lost to KSI, and now he's going to fight like one of the greatest fighters of all time. And it's like, we kind of already know what's going to happen, and I get it. But then he supported Mike Tyson and Roy Jones as an exhibition. You know, it's kind of weird. It's like it's a double-edged sword. You supported that exhibition, but you don't support this exhibition. But a lot of people need to understand and come to terms with, it's an exhibition. It doesn't count. This is for fun. Ali did an exhibition. A lot of other fighters did an exhibition. You know what I'm saying? That's just, I mean, I don't want to hear no promoters talking about other fights, other fighters promotions. I don't want to hear nobody talk about nothing but what you got going on your side of the street. And I hate to use that terminology, but I'm gonna be real. First of all, let me get to this. Dana White, like I said before, pay your fighters, pay them more. Don't just give them a couple fighters here and there, a couple millions. No. Pay your fighters, okay? Eddie Hearn, you can't even make the fights you're supposed to make on DAZN. Demetrius Andrade still looking for a big fight, still over there fighting a whole bunch of Liams and nobodies. Billy Joe Saunders, he didn't get a Canelo fight. He didn't get a Triple G fight. Matter of fact, speaking on Triple G, he's fighting Samir Medov or whatever, whoever that is. He fighting this week on Friday, and nobody cares. This is his third cab driver with the DAZN deal. In his last fight, he got beat up by Derevchenko. So you worried about what other people got going on in their promotion. You need to worry about your own fighters. You know what I'm saying? What else we got going on over there? Billy Joe Saunders hasn't had a big fight, and he hasn't looked good since he came to 168, since he tried to fight Boo Boo over in America and got popped with that inhaler. I don't want to hear nothing you talking about. And on top of that, you played a major part. You were the primary reason why we didn't get Wilder AJ. See how that goes? You worried about everybody else's fights, and you talking about this exhibition. I don't like that. And you over there comparing numbers and talking about Errol Spence numbers or projected numbers. Like, don't worry about that. Don't worry about Mike Tyson's numbers, pay-per-view numbers. Don't worry about that, because you were failing in America with DAZN. We don't even care. And I had DAZN. I recently just, and I keep on saying this the last 2-3 videos, I recently just canceled my DAZN subscription because I wasn't getting fights. And then, you know, even the fights that you did give us, nobody cared. They weren't big fights. They're not big fights over there because y'all don't have good fight. Y'all got okay fighters, but y'all can't even make the fights on your own side of the street. That's sad, man. But you so worried about what everybody else got going on. That's funny to me. That's real funny to me. And Bob Arum, no, he better not say nothing. Because the more I think about it, I'm really starting to think he single-handedly sabotaged Terrence Crawford's career. He stopped the Pacquiao fight from happening twice. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just, in matter of fact, happy birthday to Bob Arum. He's like, what, 20,000 years old? Hey, congratulations, good brother. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you holding back a lot of fighters from getting the fights that they want. So he hasn't said nothing. I'm not saying that he did say something, but he better not say nothing about anybody else's situation, promotions, or exhibition fights. He better not say nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I want to stop on that. I mean, I didn't even do a video or anything yesterday because I just didn't care. Like, what we got news? What was it? Caleb Plant is in camp. I don't know who he's supposed to be fighting. I got to check and see that. I think he started his first day back in camp. That's cool. Ryan Garcia, Tank going back and forth on Twitter. I don't care. I don't even want to report that as I report that. But I don't even care. I'm not with all the extra talking, all the back and forth. If y'all going to fight, fight. If you're not going to fight, shut up. Ryan Garcia, you got Luke Campbell, you got to handle in what? I think January, December, whatever. I don't even know. Because it got pushed back because Luke Campbell had got COVID. And I hope he's fully, healed from that and rested up and all that. But my thing is, dog, don't worry about it. And then we got AJ. We got AJ in the news talking about Deontay Wilder and how the offer still stands. I don't care, bro. I don't want to revisit this. I really don't. The quote is Anthony Joshua. He said, this is what Anthony Joshua said on Deontay Wilder. He is another challenger. The offer still stands when he's ready and he's man enough to not lie and be real. It wasn't nice when they were trying to tarnish my name. It'll be good to stop the PR stunts and get a fight underway. Man, shut up. Shut up. You only talking because you got a Pulev fight this week. It's fight week. And now you want to talk about why are you mentioning Deontay Wilder's name? He has nothing to do with this fight. That fight is not happening now, next, or after that because you supposedly want to fight Tyson Fury. So why are you running your mouth talking about Deontay Wilder? We know what happened in that situation. I don't care. I'm over it. The arguments that we have had have been legendary with all of these AJ fans and Matchroom and UK fans, and salute to them. Salute to them. I enjoy a good debate, but I don't enjoy arguing with people that are just retarded. No offense, but I'm just saying, like, I can't do it. If you misinformed, you're not well informed, you don't know what you're talking about, don't talk to me. Because we speaking facts over here. Bottom line is you over there you should be worried about Pulev and getting him out the way. Once again, you worried about something else. That's what happened with you last time with Ruiz. You was so worried about Wilder, you got knocked out by Ruiz. Worry about Pulev. I personally think you're going to knock Pulev out in 4 to 6 rounds. No problem. But we don't know. You might come in there feeling weird, woozy, you know what I'm saying? Might get knocked out of sparring or something like that, allegedly. And you might get caught by Pulev. We don't know. Pulev says he's going to come to win. Whatever. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But then again, after that fight, you got the WBO mandatory and Uzi. Uzi said, I'm not stepping aside. I want my shot. I think AJ beats Pulev and Uzi. I have no problem saying that, and I stand on that. But my thing is, why are you mentioning Deontay Wilder? Deontay Wilder's trying to get that third fight with Tyson Fury. He's not thinking about you. The only reason he even mentioned you is because he mentioned something about the Tyson Fury fight and how, he could have took the AJ fight, but he was a man of his word, and he gave you the word that he would give you the rematch, and he, did that. And then you guys try to take that and change the narrative of that, and he even spoke on that. He responded to that. So I don't even want to get into that. That's not even the focus on it. It's just, why is AJ talking about Wilder for? Makes no sense. Bro, go sit in the corner, go take a nap, focus on Pulev. I believe he fights this Saturday on DAZN, if I'm not mistaken. Either this Saturday or next week. I'm not sure. I think it's this Saturday, whatever. Bottom line is, handle your business. Handle the man that you got in front of you first. Then handle Usyk. Or unless you can get Usyk to take step aside money, you can take on Tyson Fury if Tyson Fury gets past Deontay Wilder in the trilogy. whenever they decide to make that announcement. But that's the thing for today. Everybody worried about everybody else's business except their own business, except their own promotions, except their own network, except their own fighters, except their own opponents. That's the problem in boxing today. Worry about what you got going on. Ryan Garcia worried about Tank instead of Luke Campbell. AJ worried about Wilder instead of Pulev. Dana White worried about boxing instead of UFC, which they just made major cuts the other day. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Hearn worried about Floyd Mayweather and the exhibition, as opposed to getting his fighters on the zone, the fights they're supposed to be having. They can't even get good fights over there because they're not fighting each other. They got to bring in like C-D listers, C-D fighters and stuff to fight these guys. And then wonder why we don't want to watch that crap, because we already seen this movie. We know how the movie gonna end. You feel what I'm saying? I just wanted to get that off my chest because it just really pissed me off. The fact that AJ put a quote out about Wilder pissed me off. The fact that everybody's worried about everybody else is pissing me off. That's what's wrong with boxing. But I do understand it. I do understand where some of them are coming from when it comes to the promoters. Because it's funny, Mike Tyson and Roy Jones did what, 1.2, 1.5 million pay-per-views as an exhibition? You want to know why? Because they have legacy. These fighters nowadays don't have a legacy. They just fight and trying to get the little bit of money that they get. They weren't getting Mike Tyson money. They weren't getting Evander Holyfield money, Roy Jones money. You know what I'm saying? But y'all think y'all bigger than what y'all really are. Y'all can retire right now. Y'all can walk down the street right now. Nobody knows who you are. Real talk. Y'all can walk down the street right now and nobody knows who you are. That's sad to me. Y'all retire, nobody's going to remember you. Because you're not fighting each other. Y'all not fighting the fights that the fans want you to fight. We are literally telling a lot of these fighters, hey, a lot of these promoters, hey, we want this fight right here. Take our money. But yet, nope. Oh, we're gonna fight this guy and we're gonna fight that guy and okay, these two guys are the best, but we're gonna have these guys stay away from each other and fight each other for a couple of years. We ain't got time for all of that. This ain't that Mayweather Pacquiao shit. We done with that. Dog, you don't understand how much money we spent on the pay-per-views, how many times we had to wait for the post-fight interviews to see, oh, is he gonna fight him next? Okay, well, no, he's gonna fight him next after this. Nah, 6-7 years of that, bro. We done with that. We don't have the attention span for that anymore. I don't have the time for it. I don't appreciate it. I don't have the patience for it. So that sums up the whole video right now. I just wanted to go do this quick little stream today. I'm gonna come back later on and hit y'all with something else. You know what I'm saying? It just really pissed me off. Bottom line, moral of the story: everybody mind your business and worry about your own networks, fighters, and opponents. Okay? Don't worry about somebody else's business because it makes you look stupid. It's your host, F. Mayor, Pound for Pound Box channel. I'm out. Hit that like button, subscribe, and comment for all things boxing.